Help if I would turn the microphone on. Alright folks, welcome to a slightly different video. If you're wondering why the setup's like this, I have a slightly different stream setup at the moment. It allows me to move about on stream, be a bit more interactive, people get some different camera angles, and yeah, you know, it's a bit messy behind me. It is what it is. Been cleaning for about 8 hours on stream, got the new setup in place, building the new computer soon. It's all go, go, go. The point I wanted to make was on September the 6th. On September the 6th, I'm going to be, hopefully, if everything goes to plan, streaming on Twitch from morning till night. And I want to do for the first time a thing where I just answer any question related to Gears in as much detail as I think I can. If anybody wants to hop on and chat, I'm going to offer the opportunity to hop on and chat. I've never done collaborations with people, so that's a big thing for me. But, you know, I haven't done anything like that before, and I'll tell you why I'm doing it. It's been 1 year since Gears 5 released on Sunday. It's been a year, and I never expected to be making content on this game for a year. Not a chance. When I made that first rant video, I was done with the game. And yet here I am, sat making videos a year later. I didn't expect it, and it's thanks to your support like this. You know, this month we reached the goal. Up here we've had subscribers, we've had followers, we've had hosts. It's been a fantastic time, and I'm really enjoying making content, be it Gears of War, Fall Guys, streaming, tactics, whatever it may be. I'm really enjoying making content, and yes, I am getting to the what's up. Relax everybody, I'm getting there. But I wanted to say a huge thanks to all of the members that have joined on YouTube. All those members are helping, like, in a way they just don't realize. Like, I don't want to get emotional. I don't want to get emotional on the stream, right? But the reality is, the amount of money I'm making from content creation, right, is minute, but it's more than I've ever seen before. It's more than I've ever seen before. When somebody becomes a member, they're literally paying for a video. You know, you join a $1.99 membership, you're paying for a video. If you join the absolute top-end Familia membership with the join button, you're paying for like a week's videos. I don't get ad revenue. I don't get massive ad revenue or anything like this, right? So when I see these members join, I'm like, wow, like, people actually watch me and want to support me. It's incredible, and it is literally life-changing. Like, you know, you have millionaire streamers, millionaire content creators, and you might sub to them and nothing really happens, you know, but it's literally like each sub is quite literally life-changing. Now, I don't know how long it's going to go on. Maybe it's just been a couple good months. I've tried my very best to be, like, interesting on stream, more interactive, and I really hope that's come across. It's currently September, which I guess is Twitch's play on words for subscriptions on Twitch are cheaper. So I guess if you're enjoying the content and you want to continue to support, it's just a massive, massive, like, when I get a donation and I get a subscription, I try to, like, play it off, because there's a part of me that, there's a lot of, I don't know how to word it. So for example, I don't really take note of who's donating and who's subscribing in that regard. I don't go over the top, because there's a lot of people that when they get a big donation or they get a donation, they go crazy over the top. And I don't want to do that, because for me, I don't want to be encouraging donations for, like, oh, I'm going to donate to this guy for like the reaction, you know, he's going to break down into tears, he's going to cry, he's going to scream my name. Like, internally, yesterday I got a massive donation and I was just, like, stunned. I was stunned for the rest of the stream, and I was like, wow, like he literally filled up the content bar on his own, and I was just like, I'm so undeserving of that. And it's been a fantastic period of, like, months, and I really hope my content is worth it, and I'm really pleased to see people supporting. Like, I know I don't do the big reaction, and I try not to remember people that have, like, some people donate and then they'll say to me, oh, I donated, do you not remember? And the truth is I don't intentionally. When somebody comes to my stream or YouTube page, I don't want to treat them like a bag of money. If somebody comes in and does a big donation, I almost intentionally remind myself to forget. And that might sound weird, but if that person comes back into the stream, I don't want to sit here and think to myself, that's that guy that donated, he might do it again. No, I need to earn that. I need to treat every single person like they're a fresh person, treat them fairly, kindly, give them the best content I can personally do. And I don't want to be like, oh, this guy subscribes all the time. I don't need to maintain that guy. I don't need to talk to that guy. What, you know what I mean? Like these people do. I'll see big streamers just whatever. But the point is, I want to treat everybody, whether they've donated £1, £100, nothing, they've just liked and commented, it all massively helps. And it's not that one thing is more important than the other. Yes, the money enables me to do certain things. Like, it's really hard to describe how much better I'm feeling in this current setup. I was in that corner behind me, where that wardrobe is. I was in that corner behind there, absolutely cramped. It was boiling hot. I had like 6 fucking tech things pointed at me. I was crammed into a corner. I couldn't move. I had to literally climb into the area every single time I wanted to stream and use my computer. And now I've got this so much better setup. I've bought a desk. I've bought the IKEA drawers. I've got my 2 monitors on the top. I've got actual storage. Like, it's literally the way I make content now is so much better, and it's all down to you. And I wanted to take a 6 to 7 minute period out of this video just to say, like, it really is helping, like, and I really hope it comes across that I'm truly, like, grateful for anybody that chooses to subscribe or join or retweet my stuff, or like, because I'm not a big show person. I don't like to show that things are, quote, getting to me, or, you know, like, but internally when somebody like comes in and says a nice thing, like, I'll never get, like, you can get bored of people telling you your stuff's rubbish. You can get bored of that. I'll never get bored of somebody coming in and being like, hey, I really like that video you made. Hey, I really like that piece of content. Keep it up. It's like, holy shit, like, I'm doing that? That's crazy. So yeah, you know, it's just been a crazy few months. It's not been, you know, it's not life-changing figures of money that are happening. It's a very, very, quote, small amount, but it's really, really not insignificant. And I really want to put that across, that when somebody subscribes, you're literally changing my life. And I know that sounds cringe and over the top, but you are. It's crazy. And I just hope we can keep going, whether it be on Gears, whether it be a new game. I really hope you keep supporting me, and I hope I keep doing content that's worth supporting. That's the thing. I don't just want blind support. I want to make sure it's worth it. So every single month I've been churning out 20, 30 videos, 20, 30 streams to make sure that people that are supporting are getting their worth. You know, right now, if we jump into here, currently recording a video, doing a thumbnail, chatting to my Discord on about stuff, rendering a video, recording one right now, planning another video, and trying to do it all on my own. It really does take a long amount of time. You know, I don't have an editor. I don't have blah, blah, blah. Anyway, right. We're going into this, and I hope in the comments below as well, please, in the comments below, leave any single question you want to ask me about Gears of War, and I'm going to be answering it. Whether it be on the 6th, whether it be on the 7th or whatever, I'm going to answer it because it's been a year since Gears of War released, and I want to discuss what's happened. So, coming into the big what's up, welcome for those that have skipped the timestamp and have just joined us. We have got What's Up, your one-stop shop for everything in the world of Gears. This week is all about the dev playlist and changes we want to test publicly and see what resonates with the community. In this version of the playlist, we are exploring consistency changes to the Nasher, increasing the flashbang radius, decreasing weapon spawn timers, assessing the quality of 4v4 King of the Hill. Spread change, we're looking... It's so funny that they've put in solo duo queue. and they've put in 4v4 in Team Deathmatch. And I remember the very first dev stream, I got a question asked, and Dana said, yeah, that's a cool idea. Completely sort of fobbed me off, ignored the whole question and just went, the game's a 5v5 game, it's never going to be 4v4. Every single map has been designed for 5v5, stop asking, effectively. And here we are, a year later, eventually coming round to my thinking. If only they could have got some ears down to the community, the OG community earlier on, we might not be in this mess. Anyway, spread change. Aim down sight, spread modifier, slightly wider, I guess, so there's a bit less poke. Hip fire spread modifier is less. That's better, because the hip fire gib / accuracy is a bit ridiculous. Maybe tightening that spread will help. Removal of the pellet roundup system. A brief explanation for those that don't know about this roundup legacy system. This was a system that was implemented in Gears of War 3, so when a player hit most of their pellets, the damage done is rounded up to the maximum potential it can do. For Gears 5, it was tuned to 70%. Basically, if you hit 9 of 12 pellets, it would do the same amount of damage as basically hitting all 12. 9, 10, 11 are all the same as 12. Landing 8 means your damage was calculated per pellet on the range modifier, so landing 8 or less. So there's just loads of weird things in this game, isn't there? Loads of weird things. In Nasher tuning change, as you can see, there is a significant amount of difference between landing. I'll zoom in here so you can see. A significant damage distance between landing 8 and 9 pellets. So you can see here, 8 is the orange and 9 is here. So you can see if you land 8 pellets, or 7 pellets, or 6, it's kind of similar. Suddenly you land 9 pellets, it gets rounded up to basically bin 12. That just doesn't look right. So that'll be good if that's getting tweaked. Now, hitting 9 pellets will equal 9 out of 12. We feel an adjustment is needed to keep a similar feeling of damage at range. This may result in 99% in 1 to occur, where a player hits 12 out of 12 pellets outside of the gib range, right? This is why it's so difficult to balance the game, because this is how it should be. If you land every single pellet, but you are outside of the gib range, that means you've done as much damage as humanly possible. If you're like a pixel out of gib range, you should do 99, and then when you step into gib range, it gibs. There shouldn't be some roundup, there shouldn't be some 87%, etc. Right? Now, people are going to get mega frustrated on Twitter, they're going to cry about 99% in 1, but that's the way it should be. Now, the problem is, the distance between a 99 and a 100 is like a pixel. The gib range should be brought in, so there's a bit more maneuverability, so you don't gamble on this gib range here. Instead, you think, right, I'll sit back, I'll play for poke, and then if you're 100% sure you can gib him, you step in and you gib. Right now, it's like, is this a gib? No, shit, 99 in 1, 87 in 1, move in a pixel, gib. That's why the gib range needs to come in my opinion. Next, we are removing cover damage mitigation to help improve the expected results. In its current form, this mechanic is very important to the overall gameplay, but we feel it adds some inconsistency. In layman's terms, you can see them hit here. Before, it's not really hitting. So you can see here he's shooting and it's not really hitting. I actually had a clip on Twitter in this exact scenario on checkout, and after it's actually hitting. So this is going to be depending on how you think about it. You might think, hey, this guy dodged, or you might think he hit. You can decide if that's going to be a good or a bad thing. Personally, the idea of shooting somebody and having some sort of cover damage mitigation whilst popping up and down just seems very odd, you know? So this seems more improved. Now, before you can see he's landing, he's getting sort of, if you didn't know, if you're in cover, there's a bit of like damage mitigation. So that's why sometimes the guy won't go down. Now, actually, if you actually land the spread correctly, it's going to actually down him, etc. This sounds good. But again, it's a year into the game, and we're still effectively, think about this, we're a year into the game and we're still showing clips of the shotgun missing. This is going to be a beta test, then it's going to be implemented, then there's going to be more tests. It's a long road, isn't it? Long road. Now, the flashbang at the start of Operation 4 didn't quite reach the intended goals. We wanted for this utility grenade, we wanted to clean up the visuals. We wanted to give people a good chance to avoid the flashbangs they saw coming. After feedback, we understood we'd gone too far. No, that wasn't the problem. The problem wasn't the visual effect or anything. The problem was you spawn with the flashbang. Like, this is where they confuse me. It's like they don't even understand what they're talking about. Like, the issue with the flashbang is when you're in King of the Hill, everybody had one, so it was 5 flashbangs. They were guaranteed to hit you. It looked irritating. It was incredibly irritating, and it stopped shotgun gameplay because your first thing was, well, if I throw my stun first and then he's stunned, I can waddle in there for free, not even have to have a combative fight, and kill him. So that's why the flashbangs are trash and they just shouldn't be in the game. Now, the problem is the flashbang needs to be in the game because the flashbang needs to be in the game because the rifle setups are so strong. That's because the maps are awfully designed. You have areas like on Foundation where the defending hill team actually get shot grenades. Why does the defending hill team get the shot grenades? They've already won the hill. They don't need shocks on top to make it even more difficult to break. Terrible map design. Map choices are wrong, and the Lancers and the overall way the game plays from launch was awful. So flashbangs are needed. Now this here, to me, throwing this looks right. He probably should miss. Now it's going to hit. I don't think buffing flashbangs at all is a good idea. It's a crutch. It is a absolute crutch to break setups. I don't like it. Just figure a better, use the developers in the office to figure out a better way to break setups. Different way, the ways the maps work, better hills, different positions of hill, move where the weapons are, etc. You know, have an economy-based system where only a certain amount of people can have Lancers. Whatever you can, I'm sure a team of devs could come up with something better than just making a big flashbang. Respawn timers. In previous titles, all weapons would respawn after 30 seconds. This added a layer of fun and dynamism to each match, which we feel is currently missing. We are lowering... See, again, this is where I just don't get them, man. I'll be honest, I don't get them. So what they're saying is there's an element of fun of going around and picking up power weapons, I agree. Partly the reason they were 30 seconds was because everybody played Execution. So it was kind of like a round-based thing. They might get a boom shot, you might wait and get your own boom shot, then you have a bit of a boom off, and then the round ends and it resets. There was a reset. So in a way, there's kind of an economy there because it reset after each round. Everybody reset back to 0. That's why Execution was good. In King of the Hill, if you have a boom shot spawning every 30 seconds and or every 60 seconds, like they're suggesting, and they're controlling, it well, they're just going to dominate even more, and they're just compiling boom on boom. Now, listen, how is that not a problem? Well, in Team Deathmatch, you don't, because people hold the weapon doesn't respawn. Now, this is a terrible game mechanic. A person should not be able to hold onto a power weapon infinitely, so it doesn't respawn. I played a game on Reclaimed. They won the sniper at the bottom. They retreated up the top of the stairway, and held on to one bullet, so the sniper never ever respawned. That's not fun. That's not skillful. That is, they're choosing to hold a weapon for the entire game, so the only way we can break the setup is lancering back. Team Deathmatch, all of this stuff, the weapon should respawn on pickup, not on use. It should always be on pickup, right? So that should be a change. We're now going to have 30-second Boltox, Enforcers, Hammer Bursts. I mean, I just think this is too silly. I'm not sure. I'm trying to imagine, you know, every 30 seconds somebody can pick up a Boltok or an Enforcer or a shot grenade or an Incend. People want to play Gears of War primarily shotgun dancing with a splash of power weapons like a sniper or a boom, and that's mainly it. To me, that's what Gears is. It's clean gameplay. TC have this notion that every single weapon has to be picked up and used, and they use telemetry to track the fact that weapons need to be used, or otherwise they're not good enough. That's why the Hammerburst, the Retro, the Boltok, it was at one point the Overkills, everything got buffed up to high heaven, because it was like, no one's using the Enforcer, buff it. No one's using the Markser, buff it, buff it, buff it, buff it, until they become so brokenly overpowered that they're just a power weapon on a secondary weapon timer. I just don't know at this point what they're doing. Honestly, I don't know. It's confusing. 4v4 King of the Hill. We wanted to see what 4v4 looks like on a bigger scale using a dev playlist. The game should be 4v4 anyway, but here's another problem you've got, right? Here's the next problem you've got. So you're playing 4v4s. Everybody, let's say, for some reason, everybody loves playing 4v4s, right? Everyone loves playing 4v4s. Your competitive is now 5v5. So no competitive players are going to practice in a game mode where it's only able to have 4. So then there's another segregation. The competitive players are now playing an entirely different game because they have an extra man to do setups. The game should be, Gears of War is a simple game. It should just be shotgun dances, nice, interesting precision weapons that you can pick up every 60 to 90 seconds with no holding of ammo, with the splash of grenades that aren't too overpowered, but if you land a really, really nice shock or a really nice frag, it stuns or it blows them up. All of these Talon, Boltok, Enforcer, Hammerburst, Markser, Retro, they could all go. Nothing would be lost in terms of value from the game. You know, there's a lot of clutter in the game. It's just putting it in there to put it in there, it feels like. And now, a year later, after telling me 4v4 is a terrible idea, basically shut up, what are you talking about? A year later, they're now saying, let's try 4v4. But again, it's like, 4v4 what? 4v4 with stacks again? Like, 4v4 with no stacks? Like, the problem is, nobody wants to play ranked and get stacked on. It should just be 4v4 solo or duo queue ranked. It's not. It's like, I don't know what we're testing and testing and testing and testing and testing, and I'm still unsure what the long-term vision of the game is. Because for here, the long-term vision is cleaning up shotgun gameplay, but then adding a flashbang in that nullifies shotgun gameplay. Then there is, right, well, we want shotgun gameplay, but we've buffed up all of the side weapon spawner timers, so there's probably going to be less shotgun gameplay. And now we're doing 5v5 and 4v4, but we're still keeping stacks. Yeah, I get it. Stronger setups, less oppressive team fire. I'm not saying 4v4 is a bad thing. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's very confusing. And I'm just looking at it. I'm trying to envision an outsider that's kind of into Gears but doesn't follow everything, that doesn't follow these charts perfectly. I already know what's going to happen. When this update goes live, people are going to be going, I've just got 99 in 1. I ducked down and I got hit. Or, why is a flashbang suddenly so overpowered? And wait, Retros and Boltoks are up all the time and I'm only in 4v4? There's so many changes, which, again, changes are good. It shows they're listening, they care, they want to improve. But at the same time, it's like there comes a point where, as a development team, you have to have a vision for your game. And it feels a bit like at the moment they are that scared to lose the small community that they've built, that they're like, even though they said they wouldn't do this, they're almost designing by committee. And it's like whatever gets bitched about the most is going to get fixed. Which, again, might not be a bad thing, might be a good thing. But, you know, Gears of War 2 was unapologetically slow. I didn't like it. There was massive stopping power, huge blocks of cover, long areas of sights, different maps like day one, but it was unapologetic in the sense of this is the game. You play it, get used to it, adapt to it, it's not changing. And I eventually did adapt to it and change to it. And it was a very, very different experience. And yeah, I did miss the close shotgun battles and all the intense stuff, but it was a different experience. I played more Submission, more Guardian, and I found fun in it. With Gears 5, every week, every month, the game wildly changes its direction and what it's trying to accomplish. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But that's what it's feeling like to me. It's just like, I don't know. I'm a bit baffled. Because it all on paper sounds good, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, what's going on? So let me know what you think. Leave a comment below about a Gears question. I'll 100% answer it. I'm going to do a big long video to celebrate a year's launch of Gears. And also, I'm going to flood your sub box with Gears Tactics videos. I know some people don't want to watch it, but it's a series that I need to complete, I need to get through, and I need to finish Gears Tactics on Insane with no death. So I'm going to do it all, post it all. So there might be some floods of tactics videos. I'd appreciate it if you could leave a comment and a like on them. I make them spoiler free. The first 30 seconds is a spoiler free intro that gives you time to turn it on, press like, leave a comment, supporting your work, and then you can close it off until it's released on Xbox. So don't worry about spoilers or anything like that. Alright, thanks for tuning in. As always, it's September on Twitch, twitch.tv/GGZII. It's cheaper subscriptions. You can get a cheap one, or you can get a free one with Amazon Prime. Link your Prime account. I'm going to roll an advert now. I made a little advert. Let me know if you like this one, and I'll see you in the next video. There has been one person on a mission to fix the game. GGZII started out from nothing and he began to build the Sicario. He's built his way up to 10,500. He's made over 1,000 YouTube videos. He's created discussion like no other. He's done it all. Let's roll some clips. See exactly what GGZII is about. Let's think about subscribing. Let's think about joining the YouTube nation. Let's think about joining the Sicario. The home for gamers. Every single month get exclusive in-game loot, free games, and a free subscription to your favourite content creator. Plus everything else that's included with Amazon Prime. Get a 30-day free trial today. Click that button. Go on, click it. Click. 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 Go on, click it.